Hi friends, it's Reverend Ben, and this is your weekly video. Our chalice lighting words come from yesterday's worship service. At the end, Courtney shared the words of Patti Smith. I'm going to share them, and then I will ring this chime 3 times. And I invite you all to take breaths with me for each of the chimes. Now, I've gotten some feedback that the chime, to me, sounds like this, ding. But I've gotten some feedback that to you it sounds like ding. And you don't hear the ding. So I switched microphones again, back to the one that I experienced as being a little tinny. And that microphone does it a little differently. It's like ding. So imagine, if you will, the sound of a chime sounding like a chime. And anyone who knows how to set the audio settings on the camera function of my laptop, please let me know. I know how to change it for Zoom so that you can hear things like chimes, but I don't know how to do it for this camera setting. The Chalice Laying is by Patti Smith, and it's those who have suffered understand suffering and therefore extend their hand. We had an unbelievable worship service yesterday. I'm recording this video on a Monday, though I don't think it'll go out until at least tomorrow. We're going through all 7 UU values this summer. It's called the Summer of Love, and our first specific value that we focused on yesterday was justice. And our speaker, Ariane Betancourt, I don't think there was anyone in our sanctuary that was not moved by her words, by her experience, by her very generous ability to share her quite painful story of her father's incarceration in the place cruelly named Alligator Alcatraz. It was recorded on YouTube, so feel free to check that out if you missed it. The YouTube recording has about 26 minutes of mostly silence and sound checks and whatnot, so you got to skip a bit. But I was just so honored that she accepted our invitation to come here, and she said she liked us and would be willing to come back. I wish more UU St. Pete members were able to participate in the conversation we had afterwards in the Gilmore Library. We had more of a discussion for about an hour, but it was just Courtney and myself representing the church. A lot of other folks had come specifically to see Ariane, but I wish more of you could have been there. It was such an amazing time. Every moment I spend with her really changes me. So my question for you as follow-up for Sunday's service is, what part of Ariane's story, or Justo's story as told through Ariane, her father Justo, what part of that story impacted you? Feel free to put your answers in an email to me or in the text chat of YouTube or Facebook group if that's how you're seeing this video. Speaking of live streaming, I want to thank again Janae and Albie and all the folks who have been setting up our live streaming. We have good news. Maria has agreed to be our new live streamer. Thank you so much, Maria Calabrese. Many of you know Maria because she's been attending here for quite some time. Special thanks also to Sophie Powers for doing the live streaming for the past year, and Maria's going to do it now, and I could not be happier. Maria and we are still learning the new camera, so there will be some bumps, so please be patient with us, but definitely let us know if there's something that we're doing that you love, or there's something we're not doing that we should be. I will be gone next week, so this will be your last video for 2 weeks, and then that video will be your last video for about a month, because once I come back, I'll be going on my study leave to India and Nepal. But this week I'm going to the reunion of the Great Peace March for Global Nuclear Disarmament. That was a year-long cross-country walk for peace and nuclear disarmament 40 years ago. And so I'm going to get to hang out with peace marchers that I have known for 40 years. I'll be back in the office on Friday, July 24th, and in the meantime, both Janae Johnson and Aaron Powers, are going to make themselves available if you need any pastoral support. So you can contact either of them with your pastoral needs. Friday's Sunset Supper is still going on. Some of the snowbirds have left, so we need more people and we need more donations. Please contact our hardworking coordinators, Jeanette and Jimmy, either one of them, if you have time or food that you can share. The meditation group's not happening on Fridays during the summer. Neither is Fellowship on Tap. I want to thank Kat and Beth for organizing that during the year. We will still have the Sunday morning discussion group. That takes place at 9:30 in the Gilmore Library, and you can contact Bob Klingman for more details. And speaking of Sunday, I'm very excited for this Sunday's worship service. It's the second value, equity, and Reverend Dr. Jess Hunt will be leading worship alongside John Motter. The blurb that Jess provided us says this: what does fairness actually ask of us? This week, Jess says, we explore equity as the practice of giving each person what actually helps them thrive, even when that means changing how the water moves for those of us who already have enough. I might have misgendered Jess just now. Jess's pronouns are they and them, so this is what they sent us in terms of a blurb, and I'm very excited to see it online. Next week, after this Sunday, there will be games night at UU St. Pete. So that's Tuesday, July 21st, and it'll happen again in August on the 18th. You're invited to join from 6 to 8 p.m. for board games, conversation, and a casual potluck. So bring a favorite snack or beverage to share, or just come and enjoy the evening. Setup begins at 5:30. You're welcome to come early and help. And then the games will start at 6. It's an opportunity for newer members and longtime members to get to know one another and enjoy our church home together. You can visit the church calendar always for upcoming events, or contact Gigi at gigi.khalsa@uustpete.org with any questions. Now, I said I'd be out of the office this Wednesday through next Thursday. Courtney will also be out of the office July 21st to August 2nd. Courtney is going to work remotely and will coordinate with the worship team and greeters to make sure the order of service is printed and distributed. I could use some office help while Courtney is gone, so contact me if you're willing to come here when I'm here and Courtney isn't, to help answer the phones and greet people. Honestly, even if we don't get anyone, the phone will still be answered, messages will still be returned. There just won't be a face out here. But if you can come here, bring a book, I would say. I don't think there's a lot of work to do, but I could always use the company. Each week there are social justice vigils on Sundays from 5 to 6, and Ariana Betancourt was the special guest at that one yesterday. That one is in solidarity with immigrant families in front of the Pinellas County Courthouse. And then on Mondays from 4:30 to 5:30, there's a pro-democracy vigil on the corners of 34th Street and 22nd Avenue. Office hours when we are here are Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 10 to 3. But again, I'm out July 15th through 23rd. Courtney's out July 21 through August 2nd. And then I am out August 1st through 23rd for my study leave. The deadline for the video in 2 weeks is Monday of that week at 9 a.m. and then there will not be another video until the end of August. It helps me, if you have an announcement for that video, to have the word video in the subject line. Now, every time we extinguish a chalice like this one, I believe that's an opportunity to ignite a flame inside ourselves, and I believe that flame to be an unquenchable fire. So let's keep it burning until we see one another again. I love you, I wish you blessings, and I hope you remember you're not alone.